Mom, are you a viewer? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it had like two or three viewers. I didn't know if you were one of them or what. Your phone's about that? You got it live, live. All right, and we're live. Hey, Ahmed Almarzoui. How you doing? Well, hopefully you weren't looking forward to last week's live stream because it didn't happen. But this week I got it going, so here we go. We got 4 viewers. I don't know if any of you watch any of the videos I uploaded recently, as in like a week or maybe 2 weeks ago. But I tried to upload a video every day for like a week or two, and I was pretty consistent. I think I got like 16, like 15 videos in like 16 days or something like that. But last week I did do a video each day with the exercise routines that I do with lifting weights and resistance bands, the kettlebell, weight bar, and all of that. So if you haven't watched those, go check them out and let me know what you think. And also let me know what your exercise routines are in the comments of either those videos or this video. Yeah, Ahmed, I believe this is the first time I've seen you in the chat on my live streams. But today was my last day of my spring semester for college. So even though I did finish a couple weeks early, which I seem to do about every semester, and I really like that because it gives me like another week or two of break without having to do schoolwork. But somehow I didn't know until today when I checked a little bit ago before I posted on social media that I did finish one of the classes with 100%. I didn't know that till today. And the other one I think I got like a 98%. And so for the summer I'm going to be taking one class, and let me see what it is. I can't remember what I signed up for, to be honest with you. Um, let's see what I signed up for. Summer class registration. For the summer, I signed up for Principles of Management. Oh yeah, that's who gets the big bucks right there, management. In our country is late right now. It's 3 at midnight. Geez, 3 a.m. Oh, see you later. And there's Jeff Nicholas. Howdy. What did you have for supper? Well, we got the local Mexican restaurant, quesadilla fajita with chicken, with add red sauce on there, and a side of rice, or a side of beans, actually. And she's good, let me tell you what. Oh, man. My grandpa brought donuts today, and they were like this thick. But they might just have to wait till tomorrow morning, maybe. But now that I think of it, we're having biscuits and gravy tomorrow morning. I tell you, quarantine is not too good on the body size. uh, well, supposedly it did break again. Yes, my van broke again as of yesterday, as far as I know. Um, Yesterday, my dad went in my van, got in my van to pull it out of the barn to so he could work on his lawnmower. And for some reason, he started it up and he couldn't get it to go anywhere. And I initially thought like he didn't know what to do, but he's done it in the past. And after like stopping it or turning it off and turning it on like 5 times, and burning out a couple times, like squealing the tires, I finally decided like something's messed up. So I went in there to try and do it myself, and I turned it on and I hit the button to engage the hand controls, and then I put it in drive and tried to accelerate, and it was like it wasn't going anywhere, and I didn't want to push too hard on the accelerator, so I just did it a little bit and it didn't do anything, so I put it in reverse and it didn't do anything, and I kind of hit the gas and I felt the back left end like come up like this, like the back left end like went up like that, and I just put it back in park, and I was trying to figure it out, and it felt like, a brake was on, like the parking brake. So I um, made sure the parking brake was off. So then me and my dad set the parking brake, and then uh, undid the parking brake, and it still wouldn't move. And I forgot to say, whenever I did get in, and uh, my van was squatted down like it does on the ramp side. Then whenever I put the ramp up, it made that loud pop noise again, like it did whenever that chain broke a few months ago, and I had to get fixed. It did that 3 times before I got it fixed last time, and the third time it finally broke. But this time, yesterday, was the first time I'd heard it since I got it fixed, and so more than likely, um, I'm probably gonna have to get it fixed or looked at again. And I do have a appointment Monday to have them look at it at Superior Van and Mobility. And the last time I took it there, they they put a new chain in it for it to squat, and they also updated the software in the van, which I didn't know maybe that software or door ramp thing had something to do with the van not moving when I put it in drive or reverse. But so we'll see if that causes any issues, if they can get it fixed or what. So yep, my van, I don't know if it broke yet because I turned the kneel feature off on my van. So um, just in case, I didn't want it to break sooner than what it would if I didn't use it. But it's weird because since this quarantine, I've driven it like maybe like 10 times, and so I've only used it very rarely. Um, yeah, my dad finally got it to move. He put it in drive and let off the brake, and then he put it in reverse and let off the brake and kept doing that, and somehow it finally got out of its uh, gear or brake or whatever was wrong with it, and he moved it out of the pole barn, and we haven't had any issues since because I drove it to town yesterday after that, I believe, and didn't have any issues there. Took it to the old dollar store and the hardware store. Didn't have any issues. Let's go with the cam chat. I'm curious if this works. Oh, whoops. I think I might have to get this updated for a second. And let me see. There we go. Now it should be showing the chat on the screen. Oh, wow. He was out and about, I guess. Mowing at the apartments. Oh, yeah, you did see him. He mowed my dad's apartments. I forgot about that. Yep, good to see him out and about. And he planted his garden about 2 months ago. And he's having to cover it up tonight because it's supposed to get, it might freeze. Ray Bowhunter. Is anybody else in the good old chat? If you're watching this, let me know in the chat. Give this video a like. And I believe, I don't know how many subscribers we've got right now, but we're coming up on like 3,100, I think. Moving pretty rapidly. And tomorrow I plan on uploading a video showing how I type on a keyboard, as well as a couple of other ways that I've typed or how other people type. So that should be good. How to type as a C5 through C7 quadriplegic with no finger function. I do have a video that I uploaded a few years ago, probably like 3.5 years ago or so, showing how I type, but I wanted a better video. And since I've been uploading videos, I've kind of redone some of the videos I did in the past just to make them better. And some of them were outdated because I found better ways to do stuff. So that's what I've been doing. But if you want me to do a certain video, put your recommendation in the chat because I got a long list of videos. So if we can recommend one, I can move it to the top. There's Ken Young. Hello, Ken. How you doing? Ray Butler. It's 1:13 a.m. here in the UK. Wow. Currently laying in bed watching you with loads of nerve pain, keeping me awake. Nerve pain. Yeah. I'm very lucky that I don't experience nerve pain very much. I don't know why, but I mean, I do have it every now and then, and sometimes it's worse than others, but most of the time it's tolerable, I suppose. But a few years ago, like within the first year of my injury, um, I had really bad nerve pain. Like all of a sudden, I had it for a few months, and I started taking gabapentin for the nerve pain. And at the time, I was trying to do school, and I had to drop one of my classes in the fall of 2015 because my mind was really messed up. I initially thought it was from my traumatic brain injury, which I believe some of it was the issue, but um, come to find out, I believe it was mostly the side effects of the gabapentin. So I stopped that, and somehow my nerve pain went away. But I do know a lot of people experience nerve pain like 24/7, and I'm not really sure why they do and I don't. Ray, are you a complete injury or complete or incomplete, and what's your level of injury? Is turkey season over? I believe turkey season is in until Mother's Day, which is Sunday, apparently. I believe so, maybe, possibly. Let me check. Yeah, Mother's Day is Sunday, so I believe, Ken, that turkey season is in until Sunday, at least here in Indiana. But I was able to harvest a turkey this year, my first hunt. And it was the first turkey that I'd got on our property that we bought a couple of years ago. And it was really cool. It was a Jake, but um, I really hunt for the meat rather than the supposed trophy, as people call it. So Jake tastes the same as a tom or a hen. in my opinion. But Ray, what's your level of injury if you're still watching this? And are you complete or incomplete? Whoa, I can insert an ad in this live stream. That is really weird. Custom emojis. Ah, Ken says you have to show us how you shoot your pistol again. C5 here, but haven't figured it out yet. Um, yeah, Ken, I've been able to actually figure that out. Um, it's hit or miss as far as um, the type of pistol that I'm able to use. It has to have like a pretty, like the distance between the bottom corner toward you of the pistol grip and the trigger has to be like a certain length so that way I can put my finger in the trigger and I rest the bottom of the pistol grip like right here in my palm and I kind of go like this. I don't know how to. I kind of go like this, and I kind of squeeze it back like that, and it pushes the gun forward, and it's really hard to explain, but I don't know, Ken, if you have Instagram, but if you go to my Instagram, um, if you go to my Instagram, you can see a video of me shooting a Heritage Rough Rider 22 and let me see just how I can't remember how good that video is, but let me see if I can find it real quick. Here we go. Yeah, let's see. Ken, do you have Instagram? Um, yeah, I mean, I was assuming Jake's were more tender than Tom's. I figured it was the same way as it is with deer. But yeah, Ken, if you go to my Instagram and scroll down to like, let me see when this was posted. January 7th of 2019. I do have a video of me shooting the Heritage Rough Rider, and I don't know if you'll be able to see how I shoot it, but yeah, I do want to do a video showing how I shoot pistols, and I do have my carry permit um, for here in Indiana, and the only pistol that I personally own is that Heritage Rough Rider 22. I want to get a semi-auto something or other, but the issue is I don't really know what to get because I can only shoot certain kinds of pistols, and it's like I have to try it out first. Ray says that he fractured C1, 2, and 7, and T1, 6, and 7. He's got loads of nerve pain and a traumatic brain injury, but he didn't damage his spinal cord as much. Okay, so you fractured your spine. But do you have any paralysis then? Do you know why your nerve pain is? Do you know why you have nerve pain? Like I know some people, like most people with spinal cord injuries have really bad nerve pain, and I just don't know why I don't. If it's because I'm a complete injury, but it seems like most people, even with complete injuries, have nerve pain. Yeah. Oh, you got loads of nerve damage. So I wonder if maybe that's why you have nerve pain. I mean, I have nerve damage, I'm assuming as well. Um, it's weird. Yeah, I do count myself lucky on the nerve pain because I have experienced it, uh, like I said, for a few months. And I was taking gabapentin and I got off that crap because it was messing with my mind and everything, it seemed like. It seems like, I mean, I try to, I do arm stretches and leg stretches every day and have been doing them ever since I came home from the hospital. And I like try to stay on top of stuff so I don't get other complications, which is really hard to avoid. But um, I mean, I do get a UTI like maybe once a year, um, and I take cranberry pills to try and the cranberry pills haven't been proven to work for to prevent UTIs, but I do take them because they supposedly work by preventing the bacteria from sticking to the walls of your bladder. And so that way, whenever you drink liquids and go to urinate or catheterize, um, the bacteria will flush out in the urine rather than staying inside your bladder. And I take a cranberry pill um, like Mondays and Fridays, and seems to work pretty dang good. Um, and let's see, what else do I take for? Well, I just drink uh, pretty much water. Um, water, like 1 cup of coffee a day, which I started doing a few weeks ago, like ever since this quarantine, because I did do it a couple of years ago for like every day for like a year, didn't have any issues, and then all of a sudden I started having really bad like bladder issues. Um, but yeah, hmm. Well, we got some people chatting in the chat, but let's see, is there any questions or topics that anybody wants me to talk about? Oh, I did buy stock in, well, I bought like $1,500 worth of stock in Microsoft like a month or two ago, after this um, quarantine, or not quarantine, after this coronavirus started up, because as we all know, the stock market plummeted. So I bought a $1,500 worth of Microsoft stock, and I sold it a couple days ago and made like 300 and some dollars. That was the first stock I'd ever bought and sold, and so it seemed to be pretty good. Um, oh, is anybody here? I'd be glad to answer some questions or anything like that. Ray says that most of his nerve pain is due to brachial plexus damage, which is supposedly the neck, and that he also has had a major open fracture to his left femur with nerve damage. Um, yeah, I broke my left femur. I broke my left femur as well, and I have a rod going, like a 15-inch rod going from my knee all the way back to my hip, and so my left leg doesn't bend as much. It kind of, like if this was my knee and this was my hip, my leg kind of bends like that, like maybe 90, maybe 85-degree angle. But it doesn't bend as much as my right one, which goes, all the way back. Um, so I do know what that's like. And I have a heterotopic ossification, or HO, on my left femur, which, if you don't know, is the basically extra bone growth that um, happens sometimes. I believe my bone like just tries to maybe heal itself or something. Um, and it's swollen up. And I do have a I have a X-ray of my left leg, my femur, and you can see the bone growth in the X-ray, which is really weird. And Maria Silva, C2 spasms, how do I control them? Well, whenever I was in the hospital, I was taking baclofen, which I'm assuming is like a muscle relaxer, and I took that for a few years. And a couple of years ago, I decided to get off of baclofen and stop taking it because I was still having a little bit of spasms, and they were, pretty minor. I mean, I could control them. I know some people's spasms throw them out of their chair and stuff like that, but I was able to control them pretty much as far as, if they started spasming, I could get it under control by putting like leaning my weight on it or something like that. But a little bit of spasms are good just because it's a spasm is like an active muscle, so it'll help with blood circulation and stuff in especially like your legs, which I can't move. So um, yeah, um, Maria says that baclofen does not help. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I would I got off of baclofen and didn't really notice much change at all. I mean, I had a little bit more spasms, maybe, and so I just stopped taking baclofen and haven't looked back since. But as far as controlling spasms and trying to avoid them, I do leg stretches every day, which I don't know if you've seen the video on my channel for leg stretches. It's a little outdated, as in I've kind of changed the way I do it. But if you look that up, I do recommend doing leg stretches every day. I do them in the morning before I get dressed. And also, I have a standing frame, an Easy Stand Evolve standing frame that I stand in every day for at least 30 minutes. And I usually do an hour a day, um, 30 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, I will do 1 hour each of those days. And um, that will help with spasms. But the best thing that I've found to help with spasms is stretch. Just stretch your muscles, stretch your legs, your arms, move around. Um, that's what I recommend for spasms. And Ray says he's got a femoral nail with 60% of knee flexion. The metalwork goes from his knee to his hip. Yep, that's pretty much what I got, I believe. Um, Maria Silva. Um, what country are you in? Are you in the United States? Or, well, anyways, um, the Easy Stand Evolve standing frame. I don't know if you've seen my videos on it, but I do have videos on my channel showing how I do that. Okay, you're in Chicago. Okay, so yeah, um, your insurance. I'm not sure what kind of insurance you have, but insurance did pay for mine, which is, well, you have to be, okay, let me explain this. I I wanted a standing frame, so I hit up my um, New Motion, which is the DME or like durable medical equipment company. I hit up New Motion and they sent a thing in to my insurance to see if they would approve a standing frame. And they said, and they denied it first. And I was like, okay. And well, come to find out, they do pay for standing frames, but no accessories. And for some reason, the standing frame does not come with a backrest, which is stupid. The standing frame, I can't remember how much they were, but I mean, even if insurance pays, part of it, but for me, they paid all of it, and I had to buy the backrest myself, which by itself was like $1,000. But this whole standing frame, besides the backrest, was like, I don't know, maybe like 1,600 or something. So the backrest cost more than like half the price of the whole kit and caboodle. But yeah, just get a hold of your durable medical equipment provider like New Motion. I'm not sure what other ones there are, but they should be able to tell you. Okay, yeah, that's the same company that provided the wheelchair. Yeah, that's probably the case. So just contact them, and you'll probably have to get like a prescription or something from your doctor or therapist saying that you need one. And know what the if you don't know what the like benefits and stuff, because I know they'll need a reason why you need one, as far as the insurance goes for approval. But if you want to know why you need one or the benefits of standing after a spinal cord injury, I do have a video on my channel. Just type in like Mason Ellis benefits of standing or something like that. Um, but that video has somebody from the standing company or the standing wheelchair company, and he explains like just some of the stuff that's good for. I mean, that standing frames are good for standing in general after a spinal cord injury, like um, bone density, like bone strength, and like like muscle atrophy, preventing muscle atrophy and blood circulation. Standing helps with digestion of food in like your intestines and stuff like that. It helps with urinating, like more regularly or consistent, like without having accidents. Let's see what else. It helps with all kinds of stuff. Um, but check that video out. And if I were to get like the three, okay, like yeah, the top three like pieces of equipment or whatever that I would recommend to get after a spinal cord injury would be, first of all, a power wheelchair. Second of all, a bed mattress that an alternating air mattress for your bed so you don't have to worry about getting pressure sores. And the third one, I would recommend getting a standing frame. And they do make standing wheelchairs, like I just said, from the standing wheelchair company. So if that would be an option for you, like if you are looking for a chair, check them out. I do have a video on that standing wheelchair on my channel, and they are out of Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan. Yeah, Saginaw, Michigan, made right here in the U.S. of A. And from what I can tell, they're really great people that work for the Standing Wheelchair Company. And I got to try out a wheelchair. They drove all the way down here just so I could do a video, which I thought was awesome. Um, yeah. Is anybody else have any questions or topics you want me to discuss? Oh, we got 10 viewers, but nobody's saying a word. If you're not saying a word, then I'm not saying a word. Well, since nobody's saying anything, I guess I'll get off of here. And give this video a like if you are watching this. Oh, Maria says, just a little of my son's story. He was shot 2 years ago, became paralyzed from the neck down. Wow, sorry to hear that. That's seems like a common cause of a spinal cord injury. Um, but I hope my videos are helpful at least. And yeah, the sooner you can get standing after a spinal cord injury, the better. Because if you wait too long, your bones will um, not be strong enough to hold your weight, and then you can't really stand at all. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that I've helped you a lot, and I just like helping people out. But yeah, go check out the videos on my channel. I have one of the standing wheelchair companies. It's like a review um, of their standing wheelchair. It's like a half manual chair and half power chair, and it's a power chair as far as like moving around, and then standing up is a manual chair because it has like a wheel on the side, and you get the benefits of both the ease of a power chair and the um, the use of your arms and stuff like a manual chair. And also check out the video of my standing routine. And last is the health benefits of standing after a spinal cord injury. So check those out. And Ray says saucer movements is due to local nerve damage as opposed to spinal cord damage. That's interesting. And Marky76, hi Mason, how are you? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Wheelchair Guy 97 says, how are you, Mason? Hope you're well. I'm doing good. I'm not sure that I remember seeing Wheelchair Guy 97 or Marky 76, but I see a lot of people in the chat and comments and Facebook pages, so I might know who you are, recognize you, but I just can't quite remember. Wheelchair Guy 97, that sounds familiar, but I can't think of who that is. Wheelchair Guy 97, I know I've heard that name. I believe I'm going to get off here. So if you like this video, give this video a like, and I will be live again next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what I plan on doing. And be sure to come back again and put your comments in the chat and we can talk it up, topics or questions. And if you aren't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified when I upload a video. Mike makes right. Alrighty, I'm signing off and looking forward to the weekend. You have a good week and weekend as well, Marky76. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, with a video of showing how I type as a C5 through C7 quadriplegic with no finger function. And thanks for watching.